Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Bar Pattaya, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. Now, check my guest out today, Steve from the Triangle. How you doing, man?
Hi there, great to talk to you,
Hey,
Trevor.
how are you, man?
Yeah, great.
Oh, you know, do you know what?
Happy
Well,
now.
I was just about to say, and we're going to talk about this in a lot more detail, but I was just about to say, it's lovely to see you with that big booming smile on your face, because you've had a horrendous time, haven't you?
Oh yeah, without the blue stuff round.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And you got a new sign.
Yeah.
He's got a new sign, you signed alive.
Oh, well, you thought I was going.
Well, a lot of us did, mate. We were touch and go, didn't we? Now, I'm going to talk to you about the bar. Now, if you're not sure where we are, have a look on the map now. I'm actually at the Triangle Bar, which is at the very V junction of Soy Excite and Soy Chaiyapoon. And you may recognise Soy Chaiyapoon as Soy Pothole. Road's looking good, mate.
Oh yeah, second time done, but there you go.
Have you been out there with your shovel and your tarmacking? Now, before we talk about the bar, and obviously it's been a horrendous time for you as well as many other bar owners here, I want to get to know you a bit more. I mean, where are you from?
I'm from Newport. I tell everybody I'm from Abergavenny because I spent more of the time in Abergavenny. But I was born in Pill, down in Newport, right by the transport bridge, right by the docks. I lived there for 15 years, and then I joined the army as a boy soldier.
Did you? What regiment?
So the Royal Regiment of Wales.
Oh, yeah, nice, mate. Nice, fair play. How long did you serve?
I served 22 years in total.
Did you?
Yeah, so
he's a lifer. You're a lifer.
Yeah. I joined as a boy soldier when I was 15 and 3 months, the last lot of the Lem Plus that could get out of jail, out of school.
Well, respect.
And I had the Welsh Guards band come to my school. I thought, that's where I want to be. I want to be a musician. So I done 6 months basic training as a junior. Then I went into there's a band school then because it was a young musicians school there. And then I went to Royal Military School in Nella Hall. I spent a year there, and then I come back there and I went. I couldn't go to Ireland because I was still under 18. Yeah. So my regiment then was going from Ireland to Berlin. So my first posting was Berlin to next to RGJ. You were
we were out there. Yeah, brilliant.
So I went there. I was in 1975 to 77.
Yeah, well, that's before my time. Did you stag on the checkpoint, Charlie?
No. I guarded S a couple of times.
Yeah.
When you done the rocking horse, what it is, they do an exercise for as though the East are going to come over to us. And they had 16 big tanks and chieftain tanks. And while all the tanks and all the soldiers went out guarding the perimeter of 47 square miles, the band would become, rear guard, Remps.
Yeah, wow.
Rear echelon.
We all know what a Remp is, don't we? And I mean, obviously, so you must remember stagging on with the wall, and of course they took the wall down, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. The wall didn't come down till 86,
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so I went across the east to the other side, because being a musician, I went over, sort of played music to 5 Russian generals while I was over there. And
fantastic.
Going through, you would never go through Checkpoint Charlie. You was always through Checkpoint Bravo, going around to Brixbus, which is the other side. It's the British Embassy.
Yeah. I must remember when I was stagging on, I went over to East Berlin, and everything was just grey, dark grey, or light grey, brown, dark brown, or light.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like wow. And they said to us, you couldn't bring back shoes. Children, there was certain items we weren't allowed to bring back, but
there was nothing on the shelves. The shelves are empty in East Berlin. There was nothing there.
So I went over there once. Sorry, go on. You went over once.
I just went over there once, and there's this woman grabbing hold of me. Come on. Thing is, you'd have to go over in uniform.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would, I'd go over in uniform. I was over there with my wife, and we were going to you could get crockery and things like that very cheap because it was. We're on live, shush, we're on live.
This is BBC, like, groundbreaking TV, and you're asking me, do I want a cup of tea? See, there you go.
It's live, you see.
This is real. This is what it's all about. So you got your cup of tea over there. Don't forget your mug of tea. So you've gone from East Berlin over now to Pattaya. I mean, how on earth have you managed to transition from there to here?
Yeah, being a musician, also, I travelled a lot and went from Berlin back to Aldershot Demonstration Battalion.
Yeah.
And then back to Germany for 6 years, and then come back to Warminster for the Fire Demonstration Battalion, and then from there 2 years in Hong Kong, and that's what gave me the taste of Asia, this area. So living in Hong Kong for that many years, it was just brilliant. It was a brilliant posting. run at 6:30. I know it's been fat.
I know the feeling.
Run at 6:30 in the morning, and then you back in the practice room for 9:30. All according what you were doing, where you were going, on music wise. Or also I done, you had to do military exercises, medical exercises. So I was a combat medic as well, where I've been about doing that sort of in the UK in Coventry. I went to a murder there, which I was never trained for, but there you go. So I've seen the other side of it: dustman strike, fireman strike, ambulance strike. So you call for anything, because you're as you say, you're the REMF.
So when was the first time you came? So
from there, I came here when I left the army. I had a pot of gold in 1993, and they said you can go retraining now. So I retrained in the brewery trade. Right. So I had a pot of gold. So I went as a steward for 9 months to lose their money, and then I bought myself a pub, and then from a pub I bought myself a small hotel, and always being a musician, always entertaining, talking to people just like I'm talking to you. It's been my life, so I've always been in, entertaining. So while I was there, I'd sing on a karaoke, make a fool of myself, So that's what I've always done. I've always been singing. After doing 20 odd years, playing the French horn was my main instrument. After being told to do it, you will do your scales, you will do this, you will do that. Oh, let's just throw it away. I've done enough of that now. Yeah. So, but I still always like singing. A Welshman says he can sing before he can talk.
So, what was the first year you come to?
So I came here in 1998.
1998. Wow. So what's that? 98, 08, 18. God, yeah, that's what, 24 years.
Yeah. The guy I bought the hotel off, he come to retire here. So he said, come with me. Before I bought it, he said, come with me to where I'm going and stay with me. So I stayed with him first of all, and for 2 weeks, and I went back, and then I come again in 2001, and then in 2003, he started building houses, and he had built 50 odd houses. He said, you're gonna have to buy one. He says, I just got to finish paying off you for the hotel, having on the trip. I said, how can I pay? He said, come on, we could do a deal somewhere. I said, okay. Then I looked and I said, okay, I don't want a small plot there. I want a two-size plot,
Yeah.
So I got one and a quarter rai, which is 22,000 square meters.
Nice.
75 by 25. And I've had it 16 years. I was lucky that I bought it at the right time. I bought it 73 to the pound. Instead of 45 it is today. So I've been lucky. So if I made no extra money on it, if I sold it for the price I paid for it, I paid 8.2 million. That was everything. Swimming pool, a bar. I got a bar as big as this place.
Have you? Wow, there you go. Brilliant.
My lawn is enough for a croquet pitch. Crazy. But I've lived there for that many years. I've been back and forth. The house was built in 93, end of 93, 2003 into 2004, and I come here on the 18th of January 2005, which was just after the tsunami. Boxing Day was a tsunami, so I came here just after that. Lived here for 3 years. We still had the hotel. My children were running it then. My kids have been with me. My life been back and forth. I was one of the lucky ones as a sergeant. I could afford to put the kids into boarding school rather than having 6 different schools. Yeah. So they went to boarding school back in Wales, and I always went back and forth there. Then when they got older, they took on the pub, and then my daughter got pregnant. The first time it was okay. But then when she had the second baby, it was just too much for her husband. She was manageress, and my son-in-law was the chef. She said, Dad, this is not for us. We never seen the kids. There's not enough room up in our accommodation. So myself and my wife went back after 3 years, to see about selling the hotel and whatever. So that finished up in 2008, and then my wife actually passed away in 2010. But I still had the hotel, I still had the house, so I've had the hotel. And the kids said, go back, Dad, go back to Thailand. There's no good you staying home here. We're all in work, the kids are in school, and you're moping around here and you're making us sad as well. So go and enjoy yourself. So I've been back at the house and everything. So I met my darling wife a year afterwards, after a year after my wife died. And I am turned back, really. After 4 years, I could keep her, but I couldn't keep the 3 kids that she had, and the middle one was just going to university, and I've already been paying her. I said, look, I can keep you, but I can't keep all the family. So I said, you're gonna have to get a job. And so she went out, crying her eyes out in the morning, and she came to the Triangle Bar. This is 6 or 7 years ago. So she came here as a instead of walking around, she came here as a relief cashier and a bartender.
Yeah.
So therefore, and then I said, well, if she ever wants to sell it, Nikki, if you ever want to sell it, then give us the first chance. Don't go through anybody. And things went pear-shaped with her, and she said, I want to sell now. So I bought it on the 1st of January, 17. So it's nearly, the 1st of January coming up now, it is 4 years I've had it.
Brilliant.
So obviously being in the entertainment business, I love music, and that's why I've got a music bar, you know.
Thing is like, I mean, obviously you've gone through such incredible emotions, because obviously 2017, you're starting what's going to be a new adventure, a new lease of life. You're a musician, you've got a fantastic music bar, you've got a great bar, it's a brilliant bar. And then of course the inevitable happened, and we then suffered with COVID. And I think the question I want to ask you, Steve, if you don't mind, is because it was very public just how hard this really did hit you. I mean, you went from an incredible high to probably the lowest point of your life, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I was lucky I had a car. I had everything, really.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for the girls.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry again, you know, but well, it come down to either the bar stays and the car goes, or the car stays and the bar goes, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah. And the car went. I had a new car, which we could afford after in 2019, but there we go, car's got to go.
Well, let's move on.
So that went on. You know, I was a million baht, but it's kept me afloat and kept the girls going, you know, feed them pennies really, but it all helped them. It all helped them a lot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we could never have foreseen, could we, the time it's been?
No.
Been, you know?
Well, it's there now, then it's gone, then it's there, then it's gone, and you know, the last really kick in the teeth really was we opened up in March, and then on the 1st of in February, the 1st of I think it was Valentine's Day actually, but the 1st of March, I had to pay the next lot of key money because I've had it 3 years. And I pay a million baht key money. I hope people knows what key money is. Well, it's rent up front. So you work that rent out for 3 years. It was 33,000. That's what you're actually giving up front. But obviously they're not paying no tax on it. So that's what this key money is. So I still pay rent every month, and I've still paid the rent every month and never had any reduction in the rent.
Not?
No one on here, because it's a private road and it's all owned by Toyota through an agent. And the agent, he runs it for Toyota, and I don't know what the setup is, but it's from Toyota anyhow. They own all the place, or if they've sold any, you know. But and that's how things are, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, credit to you where it's due, because you've gone through what has been an incredibly tough time. I mean, people that are not here, you know, they stay back in other countries and they look at us from the outside looking in, and they don't realise just how hard it's been. We're now through the other side of it. You've now got the bar open. You've now got your SHA license, your restaurant license, everything else. I mean, how hard has that been to get?
Look, SHA is 59 photographs.
59?
59 photographs.
I hope you got one that you look good
and
in.
You can go. It's not of me. It's all of all the staff, really. Wash your hands. If you've got a paper bin, it's got to be with a lid on. You push your foot on the floor. You can't have a normal paper bin. You just throw it in. So you got to have 3 of them. It's all the ancillary stuff, you know, all the gels and everything else, you know, to comply. There's 59 photographs, and once you do one, you've got to put the photograph to that sentence, to that paragraph, and then you can move on.
Right.
And without doing that, you can't move on. So you've got to do it and then just submit it, and it'll eventually come back to you. Yes, you've been approved. Yes, they'll come and take a video and click on this, click on that, click on outside, the restaurant outside. Oh, we can see you've got a new restaurant sign up there. We're gonna have to give you another 4,000 tax for that. And now, listen to this. This is the one. I'm a bar restaurant, not a restaurant. Okay. No, if you understand that, you understand more than me.
So you're a bar restaurant, not a restaurant. So what does a restaurant do that a bar restaurant doesn't do?
Even though I got a food license as a restaurant. Yeah, and this has always been called the Triangle Restaurant for 10 years. Never been the bar, the Triangle Bar, Triangle Live Music Bar, anything like that. It's been the Triangle Restaurant. But on my bar license, it says bar and live music. On my restaurant license, it only says restaurant food only.
Oh no!
So it doesn't say live music. So I'm in the process now of doing all the things for all again, this another 10 different things or something like that. Doing this, doing that, and then in the middle of getting the license, which will say live music as well for a restaurant.
And right now, can you play live music? Are you able to?
No. You can put, surround sound music. Just background music. Really.
So there's no need of you getting up and doing karaoke.
No, there's none of that. No. So, but there are places doing it. But I'm not going to talk about other people if they get away with it. All well and good.
Yeah. I must admit, I came past the other day, and it was just a beautiful sight because your bar was rammed.
Oh, I mean, in all fairness to Nick, NDTV, Nick Dean, and yourself promoting, and also Chris Parker, retired for you. He gave the girls, sort of 12,000 baht each.
Yeah.
Because he had subscribers, and I was talking to Nick about it all, and yourself about how bad things really are.
Yeah.
And it's surprising, people from Australia gave the money, and he said, this Jeff O'Neill, he said, another guy said, I want to match it as well. So someone from America, can't think of his name now. So that's why I thought it was going to have 6,000. Nobody knew how much we were going to get, if we were going to get. And I told everybody just turn up on the 26th, on whatever date it was, July the 6th. And we all thought we were going to get 6,000. And he said, there you are. 12,000 for every single person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
350,000 baht he spent that day. And I said, come on, I'll treat you for a meal in Ninja. And we went there, it was 15,000. He said, I've got enough money, he said, to pay for everything. So he paid for all that as well.
Wow. Fantastic.
And I also sang some people may have listened to it, paid forward 350,000, that's all about the triangle. And we done our own composition of Hey Jude.
Did you?
Hey Chris.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
it tipped down when we were outside, but we were all happy, and we had beer as well, even though it was lucky enough that all the shutters were down because the rain was flowing, but and we've come through the bad of it now, and then we're looking forward. And there's only one thing now, is when I get the band back, but I won't do anything illegal. It's not worth it. The police are coming here 5 to 11 last night, flashing lights outside, stop for 2 seconds, and they will just say, we're watching you. So it's just not worth it. The SHA's there, everything's in line. So that's
a question I'd like to ask you, Steve, if I may, please, is a lot of people seem to be wandering around now, kind of like disregarding the fact that they should be eating, and they kind of like sit down and just have a beer. I mean, how have you adapted?
No, I don't let nobody in, actually, because it's a gentleman's club. I won't name it. There was only two people have had something on the menu. If they walk in, the first thing that goes, and I put it on, the first thing to say, you've got to eat. It says outside there, you can have alcohol with beer. And the other stupid one is you can't serve between 2 and 5 o'clock. You can serve from 11 o'clock, 11 till 2, cut off time then, same as in 7-Eleven and Foodland or anywhere else. You can't serve from 2 to 5 because we're under the state of emergency, which overrules Pattaya.
Wow.
So that's still by the government, you see. So even by the government, all 7-Elevens can't serve beer between 2 and 5. But it's the 7-Eleven now is the 7-Eleven off license, because that's what it is, on Cyberkel, on Beach Road.
Yeah.
You watch this weekend or the previous weekends, anybody seen anything on Pattaya? Tens of thousands of people, weren't even allowed, even the bars are still not. No, the people are going to spread. So there's less chance of getting COVID, anyhow.
Yeah.
If the people can spread out, rather than be congested. No one's going in the zone with more prom and sitting there. From you, I'm a bit close to you, actually.
Get over there.
And like that, it's crazy. Everybody's outside on their prayer mat, being to 7-Eleven off license, and carry out on the beach. And they're turning the blind eye to it now. If you look at Treetown's chock-a-block.
Yeah.
I mean, I went home at 7:30 last night just to drive past there. You couldn't get past the road. You're slowly creeping because it's still chock-a-block.
What was the idea behind your new sign? Because that was a legendary sign when everyone knew you.
Oh, it's exactly the same sign. It was just the other one was getting old.
It's nice and bright now.
Yeah, but it was just the sort of shaded it really. Sort of just faded.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same sign.
Well, we can now see you from the top of third row. Looking down, I can see you there glowing away. So in terms of like moving forward, obviously right now we're in a transition period where we've gone from being zero and no every restriction around to now saying, okay, we're going to trial it with the restaurants and let them serve alcohol and see how we get forward. Never knew about this 7-Eleven restriction, which is mental, like 2 till 5. But anyway, so I mean, in terms of that, things are moving on now. Things are going to start to progress. There may or may not be more relaxations before Christmas, or certainly in the early part of January. I mean, how do you see things rolling out now?
Because they're telling everybody, you've got to hands off to Lisa Hamilton, who I think you were talking to the other day.
Yeah, I spoke with Lisa. Yeah.
Noi is another one, and Dune, who's in charge of Nightwish Group. What's the?
I know you're on about. I don't
Flowers.
know.
It's Dune Flowers, which is Brian Flowers' wife. You know, these are three fighting forces in the town, really, getting together and fighting for everybody. They were on Walking Street on Friday. They're pushing every day. You know, they had to stop on Monday because it was a holiday because of the King's birthday, Ramadan birthday on Sunday. So they're pushing forward all the time for the bars to be open, but it's under great restrictions. You know, well, there's just no more restrictions than what I am here. I normally, if I was in full flow, I'd have 110 chairs out.
Wow.
I've got 70 chairs out.
Yeah, I remember coming past in the old days. This place used to be rammed.
Well, it was like that. I think we were full. We had about 70 people, if not more. But as you say, with the food, I do ask them, you know, please have something, even if it's chicken wings, spring rolls, or French fries. It's something on your bin that says you've had food. And 9 out of 10 will have a meal. We'll have pie and chips. Yeah. We'll have, you know, there's a proper menu with 35 items on there. And I'm not flaunting the law. It's a proper menu. It's gone in so they can see for the food licenses. You can see it's a proper menu. They'll agree to it. Only thing they said is you got pie, pie, peas and chips, but you've got no garnish on it. You should put just a bit of lettuce, but a bit of lettuce, a bit of cucumber, and a bit of tomato, and it looks like a proper restaurant. Then not a bar meal, you know.
So if I order a plate of chips, can I eat one chip per bit? Am I allowed to do that?
No, somebody said it. But the thing is, the Rock Factory actually got caught on the last lockdown. You know, there was boys in there had one plate of chips, and there was 10 guys around there. They had 10 beers, and they got caught exactly what I said about the Gentleman's Club 3 days ago. There was one plate of chips there, and a gang of guys, and he said, all you've ever had in here is 2 plates of chips, and look at all these people in here. There's no food. Yeah. So don't flout the law. You know. Yeah. Be with them, and people walked in and said, you can have some food.
So what's the morale of your staff like now? They must be feeling a bit more positive.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've lost a couple because they've stayed at the jungle. It's rice picking time, so so they've had to stay up there. You know, can I come back a bit later? Back most of the well, we're only going to be quiet anyhow. And the thing is, we've been inundated really. Through the media, actually through all you bloggers. You know, because I got to the table of knowledge on a Friday with Brian Flowers and Nick. You know, I've seen you there as well. You know, fish and chips on a Friday.
Fish and chip Friday.
I've seen you on Nick's TV. Yeah. So I've been on there 4 times. So I'm as regular as Martin, I think.
Probably more enjoyable. Sorry, Martin, I'm only joking. Oh, brilliant. Well, it's fantastic to see you full of life and full of energy because I did see you pre this situation. It was never nice to see. It's never nice to see any bar owner going through the mill like you guys have. So moving forward, things. Let's paint the last picture before we wrap this up. Let's just say now we're through the restrictions. We're the other side of January. Everything's reopened. I mean, what's your plans for the Triangle Bar?
Same but different.
That's ever a tight word, isn't it? Same but different.
Just keep it as it going. Keep updating the sound, so it's one of the best quality sound. People will come in. I got 2 really good bands. I like 2 of the singers on the one band are Filipino. Yeah. There's one silly thing at the moment. You can only have 5 performers on stage. So lucky enough, I got 2 singers. So the one singer sing one song, you come off, and then the next singer go on and sing that song. So again, you just don't flaunt the law. Don't put 6 on there because.
So there's no chance you get nothing.
No,
that'd be number 6. You can't.
But the only problem is that you do get a couple of some good customers coming in here who are really good singers. From the UK. Been in bands, many good bands in the UK, and want to sing a song, and they're brilliant. But assuming you're not going to be able to because there's only 6 allowed on there, 5 allowed on there, you know. So again, don't flout the law. Just stay within it, you know.
Yeah.
We're bordering the law now because everybody just said, you know, they're going to let bars go to restaurants without having to have the food.
I understand.
Cost me 100,000 to turn it over, but some other places have had to pay a lot more. When you start things about grease traps and things like that, you know, and obviously deep fry. It's no good buying a 3 litre one which you got in for the house. You're gonna have to be a big double one, either cook a big electric one or a gas one, you know, proper commercial stuff, you know. And then you go to Aladdin's cave in the back of a big sea with it, and you're gonna buy 50 plates of this, 50 plates.
Oh yeah.
Do you know one of the hardest things to get hold of is a good knife.
Did you really?
You get a knife, but it costs you an arm and a leg.
I don't want my missus having a good knife. She'll take me arm and my leg. She'll cut them off.
You get a fork and a spoon, you know, any day long, you know. Yeah, you get a pair of them for 20 baht, and a knife is going to cost you 100 baht to go.
Wow, amazing. Well, Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much indeed. Guys, listen, if you're not sure where we are, as I say, the map was up earlier. I'll put it up very quickly now. We are in the heart of Soi Buakhao at the junction of Soi Excite and Soi Pothole. Come and say hello to this guy. He's a larger-than-life character. He's a great guy, really, really nice. They do a fantastic range of food as well, so come and check it out and enjoy a nice few beers while it's just such a buzz right now.
Just hopefully, the City Hall will get their act together quickly, and I've got somebody, you know, on the case to push them, who's in the know, and if they say yes, then hopefully I'll try and get the band on for the weekend. If not this weekend, the following weekend. You know, that's
been a pleasure, my man.
Great, thank you very much.
He needs to go because his cup of tea over there is stone cold. Though you have to have another. Mind you, being a squaddy, mate. Don't worry about a bit of cold tea there. All right, guys, that's it from us. I will put the link down below to the Facebook here for the Triangle Bar, so have a look, check it out. Get yourself down there, guys. If you're over here now, come and support these businesses. They've had a horrific time, and it won't hurt you to come and enjoy yourself here, have a bit of food and have a couple of beers and support people like Steve, because it really is much appreciated. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. Check out our Discord group. I'll have a word with Steve after we've done this video about getting him on there as well, so he can update you with things that are happening here, so you can go on Discord and get an instantaneous update on what's going on here in the Triangle Bar, and join our buzzing members area. Get on there. More and more bars are joining now, and come and get your free buzzing shot. All right, that's it from me. That's it from Steve. Thank you very much for watching, and please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.
Thank you.